Welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I'm over in Watcher of Realms and checking out Siege of Tia at the moment. That's the event that's going on right now. And the board it makes me think of I was thinking Risk, and then later I was like, actually it's Stratego or Stratego, however you want to pronounce that. I feel like I've always pronounced it Stratego because it's like strategy, right? But anyway, um, the board kind of reminds me of that. And so I've come over here to this area where we're trying to get toward. It looks like this tile with the blue marksman symbol here. It's got the blessing of the eagle eye if we can get that. And it says during the Siege of Tia event increases the basic attributes for all marksmen and healers with 15%. And that seems like a good direction to go. So the tile right in front of it is this one, Land of Tia tile 656. And so I'm thinking that we can try to start knocking this tile out with some of the morale that I've got up here, which is a little kind of fiery helmet up there at the top, right there. Okay, it says difficulty is normal on this one, and it says reduces damage dealt by the cursed cult faction by 30%. Also reduces all enemies' magic damage taken by 40%. That's a pretty good percentage. It's a pretty high percentage of arcane ward there. So it would mostly be a good idea probably to not use magic, folks. But I may do so anyway. You never know. I think, for instance, probably I'm going to go, maybe even with this team right here, I don't know. Let's have a look at the map. It's the Elite Defense Battle Forest, it says. Okay, we have 2 portals to defend. We've got 4 oncoming portals. They're all on the ground. It's a mutated horror, is the elite fella here, and it says a massive monster with a mutated body and incredibly high defense. Alright, but he's in common armor. Then we have a Great Blade Executioner. Common armor, melee, elite, with a heavy machete in hand. This type of monster possesses a sturdy build and delivers devastatingly powerful strikes. And then we have the Plague Bringer, also in common armor, melee and physical. He has Plague. The Scourge spreads dangerous plagues, dealing sustained magic damage to targets near it. A living weapon ridden with disease, spreading plagues that continuously inflict damage on nearby enemies. Okay, so normal fight. It says it recommends 480,000 VP for this one. And my current VP of this team that I have on at the moment is 830,676. Cursed Cult does less damage in this one, and they're also resistant to magic, so it feels like probably Rosalia is not a good choice here. Otherwise, marksmen are probably going to be good to go. I've got plenty of melee folks, so I think marksman and then nightmare to go along with arrogance may be a decent idea here. I only have the 1 healer on at the moment. Do I need a second healer? Not really sure that I do. If I did, who would I want to replace it with? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I may just go with not having a second healer at the top. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, but I could, on the other hand, replace Xena maybe with a healer. And if I'm going to do that, I think maybe Midan would be a good choice. I'm gonna look at this map a little closer. You know what? Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's take out Xena and put in. Actually, do I want to take out Xena? Sure, let's do it. Okay, take out Xena, put in Nidon so that she can clear some of that plague, I think. She's a healer. And I believe that's her right there. All right. Now, let's start it like this and see how it goes. Okay, so it's going that way first. I think I'll put, um, let's stick arrogance right here. And we can actually go ahead and block three, block all three lines instead of just putting one blocker down at the bottom. I think would be fine. This guy is going that way, so we'll put him here. Lubu, that is. I'm going to put Dachan up here with arrogance. We're going to turn on ultimates and then put her in DPS mode for the moment. And then we'll put Nadon down here to help out Lubu and clear those detriments off, hopefully. Next, I would like to throw down, I think, Cetrum right here, cover a good portion of these lines. And then I will try to put out Hedron next. For anybody trying to come down the middle. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure that anybody is coming down the middle, but feels like it could. Guess we're doing Wrath next after all. Try to get another blocker in there. So far, we've had nobody coming down the middle. Maybe I don't need to worry about that at all. And I just put out hot suits. And then possibly Sulfurins next. Where would I want to put them? Maybe here, prison down. Looks like it's going okay. I'm going to put this in double time over here. Alright, so we got that. Got all five, I don't know, levels. We would call that ranks. So we can share this, claim our, I should have read that too, guys. I'm sorry. But we claim our 50 diamonds here. Oh, here we go. Total damage dealt in this battle, 28,986,700. Korner is the core of all tactics. Commanders across the server have reclaimed 166 territories together. Battle is fierce. Tia needs your help. Excellent. We've done our best here. Okay, stats show that arrogance is at the top on the damage at 9,546,080, followed by Lubu with 8,918,530. I'll note that those are both fighters of interest. Suit is next at 5,622,530, followed by 4,580,540 by Cetrum. Then it drops down to 210,443 by Sulfurins, but of course he came out last, so he didn't have much chance to do. Okay, let us close that down. Get out of here. And we need to spend at least 300 morale today. Also, though, something to take into consideration is that I'm supposed to attack the bosses for these quests. So if we come over here, we see challenge the Hellfire Throne Sultans 2 times. Let's try clicking go on this. Takes us over here to where he's at. And can we click him? Maybe. Okay. He's the world eater. They recommend Arrogance, Silas, and Lizard Dude. Lizard Dude is a healer. I don't know Lizard Dude. Recommended BP of 1,300,000. And then if we click to go, I don't think we can fight this guy yet. Maybe it's not opened up. I'm not sure. It says this tile has no guardian. Unclear what it all means. It says occupy the Hellfire Throne, Lord of Desolation Furnace, Lord Lord to unlock this tile. So it's still locked currently is what that means. So we're right around it. We're not quite there yet. Let's see who else we have to attack. Furnace Lord is a no-go. Challenge Lord of Desolation Phineas 2 times. Let's try him. Well, that didn't move me to anywhere. Okay, this guy, he looks unlocked. This is going to be Twin Fiend, I think. Yes. And he's definitely unlocked. So, they recommend Lucius, that same lizard dude, and Nidan on this one. So I'm suspecting this is because of detriments that need cleared. Mark of the Twin Fiend. During the Siege of Tia event, all allied heroes are immune to debuffs. Well, that would be cool, right? Okay, let's click the book here. And we looked at this yesterday, and he does in fact do the detriments I previously mentioned. I had kind of forgotten. He has Embered Decay. Furnace Lord Twin Fiend casts a spell to summon meteors, dealing magic damage 2 times to all heroes and inflicting 1 stack of Burnout and Soul Scorch. Each stack of Burnout reduces the hero's damage dealt by 30%, stacks up to 3 times. That's crazy. Each stack of Soul Scorch deals continuous true damage equal to 1% of the target's max HP per second. So definitely we want to clear those stacks of Soul Scorch as soon as possible. I think Nasandi is another one that clears detriments. So maybe we put in Nasandi and John, ideally. We've got Molten Mire here. Furnace Lord Twin Fiend casts a spell to detonate a lava boulder, dealing massive magic damage to all heroes and inflicting 1 stack of Heat Haze and Soul Scorch. Each stack of Heat Haze reduces the hero's attack speed by 30%, stacks up to 3 times. Remind you, that can go up to 90% less attack speed and 90% less damage dealt through the 2 things. We got the Burnout reducing their damage dealt, Soul Scorch dealing true damage, and then this is also adding Heat Haze to the equation. Hellfire Resonance. Furnace Lord Twin Fiend casts a spell to strengthen himself, being 30% physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction. This effect stacks up to 3 times, meaning that he would then take 90%, up to 90% less damage from both physical and magic. Control immunity, so he's immune to all crowd control effects except slow. An ancient demon born from the primordial malice of creation, Twin Fiend envies all complete beings due to its own eternal and internal conflict. It follows Ezrath, the Devourer, embodying a betrayal of the world's very foundations. Unable to heal its eternal split, it seeks to annihilate all harmony and plunge the universe into the pure chaos and nothingness it represents. Okay, so let's try fighting this. I had looked at fighting it yesterday, and then I found out we had to invite people. And I don't know if the people had to currently be on or not. But let's see what we have. We have a few folks on. Let's see if we can invite some of them. Let's try inviting Sir Board and Genus. And then can we also invite a 3rd person? Gur Von Dot, perhaps. Let's see. No idea how this works, so hopefully the ones I invited are in chat right now and aware of what I'm doing. Let's see. Let us edit the lineup here. And didn't notice anything. Okay, so I think he's one of them that doesn't. No, I don't remember any of the tags. So, what we want for sure is to get me done. If I can find her, that would be good. Let's go to, let's go with offensive and defensive disposal dealer. Let's try offensive first and see what we have. The only thing we have for that is tailing. And then I suppose we can remove Wrath. I like bringing Wrath along for that Lord bonus. But in this case, I think I won't. And instead, I would actually, I still can, because I can remove Dao Chan, add Midan, and then put Wrath back in. Do I want to? Hard to say. What we really need at this point is some good damage. Single target damage would be nice. How about I'm kind of interested in putting Sultans in. It's not a great team, to be honest. They don't complement each other very well. I wonder who I have in the Infernal faction who I may want to put in instead of some of these folks. You know what? We're going to rely on our teammates bringing some folks. So we have 2 of us in. Let's invite some more people here. Let's try, yeah, I already invited Riven Dark, I believe. And insert boards. They must have declined. Let's try, I don't know if I can say that on channel. This fellow here with the name. I'm gonna call him BS. And then let's do. Oh, okay. So it just pops back up within it's a 5-second invite, and then they either accept or they don't, and then it's done. Interesting. Okay. How about Spectral Light? Invited player does not have enough stage challenge. Something or other. What about this one? Invitation sent to Eric. Okay. And we'll try these again that we've already invited. I don't know how that looks, but we'll try it. Invitation to surfboard, invitation to Gandar. Sorry. What is Memoria Assist? No idea. I don't know what any of those are. We've got Chubby Waffles Memoria over here. Whatever that means. Monkey Magic's Memoria. We might try doing whatever that is in just a second. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead. Invite, and we go to Memoria Assist, and then first, did I invite? I thought I saw Bugajoa on here. I don't know if I invited him. Let's invite him. See if he comes along or not. It looks like not. So, in that case, let's try this. It says daily attempts left 5. Does that mean we can invite each of these guys 5 times? Or, I don't know. We're going to try it. Because our other guy is sitting there waiting. So we have just enough, I think. Now what? Recruits? Maybe. We've got start matching down there. Let's just try. Current room is full. Not start recruiting. Okay. Let's try it. What are we doing? Who knows? Deep within the rift, the lurking malice opens its eyes. It looks like monkey magic has Sun Wukong Neza, and whatever her name is, Ingrid, maybe? So, guess we'll find out how it goes. Alright. Try just putting these folks down. And then, let's see if we can get a healer here. Well, they stuck their healer there, that's okay. We'll get me down there. Sulkadins, you probably come over here. And then Talon. Let's put Talon. Let's see, let's put Talon right here. Turn on some ultimates and just kind of see what happens. Okay, Joy says, oh, my game isn't on right now. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. That's okay. It shows that you're in. Hey, OJ, how you doing? Alright, so looks like Numera is doing great. I don't know who has Numera with him. Almost has to be whoever it was who came along. Let's see. My brain is broken, I tell you. But okay, we've got Numera, Nastya, and Born doing the biggest portion of the damage. Then Neza. Sun Wukong is battling it out with Moradin over here. Then Ingrid, Polara, boy, they're doing great. My teammates are doing wonderful here. Let's see. I can't really tell how it's going on the healing front, but so they seem to be possibly color-coded. Blue. Top 8 there are blue. I don't know if that is... Okay, I can see blue bars here, and I see green bars. It doesn't seem to be telling me who each one belongs to, though. It's interesting. We did 1.572 million Leplet. Purification score of 1,572. We got 572 combat merits. Arubian, how you doing, man? Arubian says that I am green. Yes, I got that much because arrogance, hey, arrogance is green, so that's me, right? But the blue, does it just mean other people who aren't me? Because I didn't see anything else, right? Like there are 3 of us. There's one of them that's like a Memoria, which I'm guessing must be something they set up as an auto battle, is my guess. And then, so we've got Monkey Magic's Memoria, and then we have another person who came along as well. Maybe it was Sir Board, I can't recall. We got 110 supplies and 60 stamina there. Okay, so it's going to tell us who these folks are. If only we can figure out how. Maybe. Oh, what if I click this? Okay, so Numera and Nastya are the top 2 here. So whoever this is, I feel like this is the one who wasn't Monkey Magic. And I think that this one here is Monkey Magic. Mesa, Sun Wukong, Ingrid. And then I should know who this 4th one is, but I can't quite think of it. And that girl there who I see sometimes. Maybe it's, no, I almost don't even want to say it. Maybe it's Iris, though. Maybe. And then, so our meager damage down here. Arrogance was at the top of that, followed by Sulkadins. And then Idrin, and then Kaylin, and Udon. So my plan here was just to have the debuffs being cleared and the buffs being cleared on him. So so I think hopefully I did my part there. I'm not really sure in that regard. As long as I was able to clear the detriments off of us and clear the buffs off of the boss, that was the goal of my tiny party. Maureen says, I only caught the end. Which boss was that? Twin Feud. That was Twin Feud. Okay, so click OK here. The Whales of the Living ignite the crown of wrath, it says. So now, as to whether that was a good go of it or not, I have no idea. Let's go over to quests. Spend morale times 60 today. We did do that. So we get 100 supplies for that. Now, we need to spend another 50 morale today for that, and another 130 morale for the other thing. So we need 130 more morale spent. We could try challenging another Furnace Lord. Well, maybe we could try that one again. I have no idea. I wonder if maybe another go. What would I do differently? I could bring somebody instead of Idrin. He wasn't that useful. I wanted to do as much damage as possible, but I don't know that that was my best choice. If we take him out, we could put Cetrum in, for instance. And he would get the boost from the Lord bonus of Sulkadins. That feels like a good idea. I still want to keep in, I think I still want to keep in Talon. Let's look her over real fast and see which stance I want her in. We had her in Berserker stance. Reduces attack range and increases base attack interval. 3 seconds. Attacks deal AoE physical damage to enemies in range. Increases block by 3 and max HP to 100%. Increases defense equal to 80% of attack. Attacks have a 20% chance to inflict 10% vulnerability to physical damage and cannot target airborne units, which the 10% vulnerability to physical damage is nice. Kaylin's class changes to Defender, and she is also considered a platform unit in Guild War. Alright, so her ultimate is Nature's Resolve. When activated, reduces attack interval by 40% and attack ignores 60% magic resistance. So that's when she's in platform stance. While in Berserker stance, this effect is replaced with increases attack by 40% and all damage reduction by 20%. It dispels 1 debuff from the hero every 5 seconds, and when taking direct damage, restores 5% of their max HP for the hero and adjacent allies. Okay, that's her base attack. Now here's Nature's Fury. Every 8 attacks launched, the next attack deals 480% damage and dispels 1 buff on the target. And that's what I wanted it for. So she actually doesn't do that in Berserker stance. Attack has a 17% chance to trigger Ground Stalk instead, which deals 340% AoE physical damage to 5 enemies targets within 2 rows ahead and knocks them back. During the ultimate, the damage range expands and inflicts stun on hit targets for 1 second. So, probably I want to stick her in platform stance. Irvian says Talon is a good choice because she can dispel the boss. Exactly. Yeah, that's the reason that I put her in there, was to try to get that buff off. But unfortunately, I had stuck her in Berserker stance because I'd forgotten which stance it was that she did it in. Definitely should have checked that first. But this time, I will do it in platform stance. And I feel like that'll work out much, much better. So I was getting the dispels, or the dispels of the detriments on themselves with Madon, but I wasn't doing much with Talon there. I think because I'm level 71, that my best way to contribute to a group in this sort of thing is to do the dispels. And that way they can focus, the other people can focus on the damage dealing, and I can focus on keeping them alive by dispelling and keeping the boss vulnerable to attacks by dispelling the boss. So, that seems like a good way to do this at level 71. All right. I think this is good enough. Let's try this again. Maybe we can do better. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see who else is up for this fight. We'll start with, oh, hey, Cody's on. Cool. Hey, Cody, I don't know if you're in chat or not, but if you are, I'm going to invite you to this and bringing Ladon and Phelan. So, oh, interesting. Boga Joy is marked as busy. Strange. Let's invite Cody. We'll try Groove on Dark again, board again, and then we'll give that a moment to go through. Let's see who we got so far. Looks like Groove on Dark has come along. And then we shall try throwing some more invites out here. All right, he's ready. And so we'll throw some more out here. We've got, I already did support. Let's try BS again. And then we've got Rorschach over here. Let's try him. Give that a second. And then we'll go for Lancius. One of these guys was not able to come last time. I don't know if it was Eric or Spectral Light, but we'll send both of them an invite and see what happens. Okay, so it's Spectral Light who can't do it. All right, let's see what we get. Not looking great. So we may have to use the old Memoria assist over here. All right, Monkey Magics seem to have some high DPS there for the most part. I think he was the one with Sun Wukong and Meza group. I think we will give that another shot in a second. It looks like each one of these people potentially can be invited 5 times. Their Memorias. Oh, hey, Arubian, there's yours. Arubian says, wow, you got a lot of stamina for this. Yeah, I do. Let's go ahead and see if anyone else, no one else has joined. So, let's just throw one of those in. Arubian, why aren't you here? What are you doing, man? Come use your Memoria. He says, did you want me to log in? Yeah, I'll use this. It'd be fun. Let's see what you got. All right. Now, we shall start matching. See what happens. Okay. So I think maybe first it would be smart to stick out Talon. Again, my people are going to do minimal damage, so I need to focus on the things that are going to maximize the damage for the rest of the team. Which means, first and foremost, we're going to put out Talon. And maybe I stick her over here where other people are so she doesn't get immediately killed. I could have put one back. That was maybe not the best placement. I'm going to put me down here, it looks like. Poor old Talon is not in the best spot. Throw out Cetrum. Sulkadins can come over here. And Arrogance can then come out. You can hit for quite a ways. Turn on the ultimates. Should have already done that. Fatal. Let's look at the stats here. We've got Nastia followed by Numera, then Warren. Okay, so those ones might be the Monkey Magic. No. Did I use... No, I used a Rubian system. I don't know who's those are. Maybe they're Rubians. Or maybe it's Brewer von Darks. No idea. But I'm feeling okay about my contribution here this time. I think we're doing a little bit better on that end. We might could have placed Nidon in a better spot because it looks like they already have Ellen down there. Probably would have been a better idea. Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Ruben says, go me. Ah, so you are the Nastya Vorn Numera element of this, Rubian. We got Pretus up there in the running as well. Interestingly, where is he? He's got like a throne, right? No, it's Ingrid who has the throne. All right, so Pretus, level 60, Divine Truth. During the ultimate, increases attack by 30%. If there's only one enemy in range, inflicts 3 stacks of Radiant Erosion. If there's more than one enemy in range, inflicts Chain of Fate and 1 stack of Radiant Erosion on up to 3 enemies in range. I've never used him, but I've seen him in Arena quite often, and he's pretty good. All right, so we didn't actually do as much that time as we did the time before. We got 915,375. Well, actually, 915,375,000. Purification score of 915. We got 500 combat merit, 85 supplies, 15,000 gold, and 8 quick clear tickets. So, topping that was the guy with the ship. Don't know. The one with Nastya, Vorn, and Numera. Is that you, Orion? Or is... Yeah, that's you, because this is Ruvan Dark down here with the pumpkin head. And so Rubian topped it with 506,281,000, followed by Ruvan Dark with 341,158,000. And then little old me was 67,934,600. Okay, let's look overall. This was just mine. That's not what I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at this. All right. So Nostra, Vorn, Numera. Then I don't know who these two are. I've seen both of them before. I don't know who they are. Then we have... He has Nazar at the top, followed by Cretus. Then someone I've never seen in my life who's a tactician. And then someone else I've never seen. And then Aelin. Interesting. Certainly Nazar and Cretus were the highest. I wonder what the tactician here does. Certainly not as much damage as those two, but could have been helping in some other way that I'm unfamiliar with. Alright. Let's say okay here. And we got our 2 attacks in on Twin Queens. We keep seeing Soul Grenades there on that screen, but no, we fought 20 feet. And so we spent 120 of our morale today. We're going to go ahead and claim that reward for 200 supplies. And we challenged the Furnace Lord 20 feet 2 times, so we get 1,500 combat merit for that. We need to spend a little bit more morale and ideally challenge a couple of folks. And I think these are one-time things, challenging these people. I don't think it's a daily thing. Challenge the world leader Ezrath 5 times. Well, let's check and see if we can find Ezrath. And if he is... that's Twin Feet. Still Twin Feet. Where is Ezrath? Who's this? Ah, that is Phineas. And we can challenge him because it looks like his purification score has started to be affected, and he has a guardian here named Mega Chris. I don't know exactly what that means. Let's check and see if we can find out. Okay, all right. So somebody who has dealt the most damage, perhaps, to the guy. Maybe that's the guardian, or purified him the most. It says every piece of land reclaimed from the world leader bears the mark of the commander's hard-fought protection. The player with the highest contribution on this tile will become its guardian. So Mega Chris has been hitting Phineas hard and heavy. That's what that means. So, do we too want to attack Phineas? Let's see what he's all about. First of all, they're recommending that guy, who I don't know who is. His name might be like Salazar or something like that. And then we have the demon girl here. She also has a name. And then Born. I feel like demon girl's name I should know, but I can't quite get there. It's like, I don't know. Cannot recall. But let's click this. It says Mark of the Abyssal World during the Siege of Tia event increases all allied heroes damage by 30% for 10 seconds every 40 seconds after deployment. Cool. And then let's look at his map here. So it's the same layout, of course. Alright, he has common armor, he's ranged, magic, boss. He has Shadowcaster. Lord of Desolation. Phineas has a 90% chance to dodge damage from heroes. For every debuff on him, the dodge chance is reduced by 6%. So, Oregon says to Litsu. Yeah, that was the demon girl. Okay, so, again, in order to be the best teammate, what we're probably going to focus on is throwing debuffs on dudes. Infernal Purge, Lord of Desolation. Phineas removes all debuffs from himself and locks onto 5 heroes with the lowest max HP. That would be my guys. Dealing massive magic damage to them and inflicting burning for 6 seconds. Sounds terrible, so we need some sort of debuff remover as well, or detriment remover. He has Simple Supernova. Lord of Desolation. Phineas removes all debuffs from himself and randomly selects a hero, dealing magic damage to them and adjacent heroes. Okay, immune to all crowd control effects except slow. Phineas harbors a far bolder plan in the depths of his heart. He has witnessed the strength within Volderon's shard dagger, and Deseret has an even greater convergence of energy. He follows to observe, understand, and perhaps seek out the weakness of this ultimate power. Beneath the bronze mask lies only scars, but also an ambition, not only scars, but also an ambition to steal the very essence of devouring. He willingly serves as a pawn, dreaming of the day he can subvert Ezereth from within, just as he once betrayed Wrath, and claim this world-devouring power for himself. Phineas. What a jerk you are there, friend. Alright, so we click him. Recommended VP is 1,150,000. Okay, right here. And then let's make some kind of lineup. Alright, so we're going to take all this out, and then we're going to look and see what kind of people do we have that we want to throw in for this. Ideally, we want to throw some detriments onto him, some debuffs, right? So, what would be a good idea? Anything that does burning, right? So, and bleed and things like that. So we could do, okay, it wouldn't be the worst idea to go with the Nightmare team here. Okay. They can stack up very quickly. Let's see. This guy here decreases resistance to, I think, physical damage by a good percentage. I wonder how many people that I have that do that. Maybe that would be a good way to go. Let's see, which skill is that? Basic attack applies defense reduction. And so it's negative 20%, which is not bad. And so it doesn't really matter what the rest of it, like he's only level 50. I could raise him up for this, but I really don't know that it matters, honestly, that much, because his advantage in this is not really the amount of damage he does, it's the amount of damage he allows others to do. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to bring him along. Let's see. Do we have anything in this that would help me see that? Like, defense penetration? That's going to probably be something that they we do want to dispel things on our guys. So we can go with Sandy or Mudan for this. Either one. I did Mudan in the last thing. I feel like that was a good choice. OJ says that banner on the top when people donate gems is annoying. Yeah, a little bit. Ruben says I've only done Twin Feet and Sulkin's not sure who's good on my Phineas. Heard they're going to fix that for new battles. Oh, the banner. Yeah, that would make sense. But for now, I'm going to throw out Midon here. Let me check and see. What do we have here in Hot Suit? She does get the ally buffs, but what I think would be better is, okay, each enemy hit also suffers from defense reduction. Now, the thing is, though, it occurs to me, her defense reduction is less than Ares. So it may make sense not to have her in here, because these things don't stack. So, let's take her back out. Now, Arrogance puts burning on folks, so he's good to have. Wrath, of course, is the Lord, which is nice, but it's not actually necessary because, again, the only advantage would be he does increase the attack speed, which gives him a higher chance to put the burning on, or they can do it more often, right? So it may be good to go ahead and keep him anyway. He doesn't himself put a detriment on, but maybe it's a good idea to keep him around just because he will increase Ares hits and Arrogance's hits. So when the things get cleared, they'll come back on relatively quickly, hopefully. Let's check and see what else we have here. As far as reductions and benefits go, let's check on Volca. She has some 30% chance of gaining one stack of Scarlet Ferment. That's not helpful. But she does have this right here, which inflicts vulnerability versus physical damage and vulnerability versus magic damage. So that should stack. That should be, so we could have defense is down, and then vulnerability versus those two are also down. Everyone says sounds like a poison team might be good for Lokius. Yes, I would imagine it would. I don't really have much of good poison. I think I've got like Numera, but maybe I have Numera. I don't recall. But I do think I want to throw in Volca. I think that this is an okay idea. So, then we go with her. And then we'll be good to go. So the attack speed will be up pretty high on these guys, 35%. And each of them have some sort of a detriment that they'll throw on, and there are 3 different detriments. So this could be good, and then we can clear the detriments that they're sticking on us, or we can dispel the debuffs, however we phrase it with. So, I like that. Orivian, you had some poison going on because you had Numera and Vorn, right? So it would be good to use your group for this, for sure. Alright, so we click OK here. It's not much in the way of VP, but that's okay. We won't worry about that. Gotta go with the overall idea. And I think probably we want to start out by throwing Ares and Volca to get his defenses down right here. Peruvian says, Nastia, Vorn, Numera. Do you get Violetta Vane? She might be good. I don't have Violetta Vane, Vorn, or Nastia. I think that you have those 3 is what you're saying there probably. And so those sound like they would be a good addition. I don't know. I think Violetta Vane was on a special banner and I wasn't able to get her. But let's throw out some invites first and see if anybody's interested in joining. We got Cody on there. Let's see if Groove on Dark wants to come for another go here. Maybe. Well, let's try. Let's see if her board is ready yet. And you got Venus. And yeah, it looks like we can just continue to throw out invitations to people indefinitely. There's no limit as far as I can tell on this. Bogajura said he is unavailable at the moment. So we got those. Now let's throw in your team here, this Memoria Assist, because I like those folks if we can. Doesn't look like you're available. Sad days. Okay, Genus is in the room at the moment, it says. Let's invite Monkey Magic. I didn't see him in. But there he is. Yes. Okay. See what we got here right now. Okay, looks good. Let's go. Cool. We're a little bit low. That's okay. So we're ready. Monkey Magic is still making his team. See what happens. Hopefully they can lay into him with their fancy, schmancy high BP people. Who knows? Now, another thing is, if you get invited one of these things, does it cost morale? He's ready, so let's do it. Start matching. Alright, so I'm thinking first we throw out Ares, because he decreases defense overall. Seems like it makes sense to me. They're probably looking at the game and going, man, look at all those purples. How sad. Alright, so first, Ares. Okay, they put him out. So next, we done over here. And then we can put out this girl. Volca is her name. Probably I should have done the other guy next, but that's okay. We're going to go with Ares next, then Wrath at the back. Give that 35% bonus. Alright, so now all of these guys have plus 35% attack speed, and hopefully they're decreasing his everything. Somebody did bring Numera Born and Master, good for them. And of course they are topping the damage by a good bit. Somebody brought Count Dracula, and he seems like he would be actually very good too. In a way, like he boosts the people around him's damage. So he just stands there and kind of doesn't do anything, but the group around him does more as a result of his presence. So that's not bad. We've got 2 Ravenholds on here. I'm not sure what Ravenhold does. But hopefully this will be a decent team, all things considered. We seem like we're doing okay so far. We've got up to 800 million, and still have over a minute and a half left. It was like a minute 45 at that point. So it looks like it's going all right, all things considered. Definitely stacking up detriments on him, so that's good. See who we have over here. Is this Ingrid? It is. She has Cosmic Shift, which switches between solar mode and stellar mode. I don't know how her damage is done. I don't know much about her except that I think she switches between like solo target or single target and AoE pretty much. Irvian says if you do Soul Pittance next, you can use my team. Cool, we've got a good Soul Pittance team. Alright, so we got looks like 1,332,160 thousand. Purification score 2,664. That seems decent. 800 combat merit, 180 supplies, 30,000 hero XP potions, 15,000 gold, and 8 quick clear tickets for that. Okay, so topping that was this one here, and of course it was the Numera and Nastia team. And then after that, we had Sun Wukong. I think this is Kajiri. I believe that's right. And then Ingrid, Count Dracula didn't do a lot of damage, but he should have been boosting the damage of everybody around him, I think. All right, and then of course on my team, we weren't there for that. We were there just to throw on detriments. It's good. And sort of clear some detriments, so either way. I mean, I'm okay with it. All right. From the Astral Remnants, Mr. Slaughter Breeds. Okay, let's try that again. That was Phineas. And it went pretty okay. I don't really have any issue with the way that I did that. I think it worked out well enough. So let's see if we can get anybody else to come to this. I don't know what good or bad is. Like, I'm not sure what number we're actually shooting for as far as how much we should be doing damage-wise. But that's okay. I felt like it was a decent run anyway. All right, so we'll try it again. We've got Sir Board, Vervandart, Genus. Oh, I was invited by Monkey Magic to do Lord of Desolation. But I'm already inviting people. Hold on, let's see. If nobody chooses to come out of that group, then maybe, oh no, I can't do his because it's already popped off, right? Like I would have had to select it then. That's a shame. Monkey Magic, if you were in chat, just send that invite again and I'll accept it. Let's see. Give it a few seconds here and then I'm going to try inviting more folks. All right, re-inviting. Okay, so no, he's busy. We tried a few people. Let's go with. I invited Genus already in Sir Board. I don't think I invited Vervandart. So let's invite him. 100 more morale, says Ruben. Promo code hold the line 99. Cool. I'm going to try to recall that when I get out of this fight tour. All right. So, invite Vervandart, and then let's go with BS over here, and Rorschach, and then let's do Ailton. We haven't invited that one yet. We've got, I know Monkey Magic is busy. Maybe I should invite him anyway. Let's throw him an invite. Maybe, well, nah, I won't because he's probably in the fight at the moment. Let's do Lancius. Spectral Light, I think, can't do it. Eric. Ty the Deceiver. Unlucky Jade. C. Struthers. I think we'll invite Buggajoy even though he said he's busy. Nematode. Nice. Then we've got, who else? Who have I not invited yet? I think that might be about it. So, let's go to Memoria Assist and see what we have here. we've got a good number of folks here. I think we do. We can do men. Monkey Magic is inviting me. Again, that's a shame because I already have somebody here. If I didn't, I would go. But as it is, I don't want to desert this person. So, we're going to do it in Memoria Assist, I think. Dang it. Dang it, Monkey Magic. You know what? I'll toss one at him. We've got Monkey Magic's Memoria in there because I accidentally clicked that instead of inviting him directly. That's a shame. All right, let's go ahead and do it. If we get it done and he's still waiting for somebody, I'll go and join him. He's got Born and Lumera and all them. So again, we're going to throw out Aries first, and we're going to follow that up with her Volca. I didn't really intend to do Arrogance next, but I guess, well, I guess it's not what I'm doing. Let's throw out Mudan, then Arrogance, then Wrath, Overcreated. Oh, did I just put him in the wrong place? Is he not hitting anything? So that's a sad day. It looks like I have Wrath out there all by himself doing nothing. What a shame. We'll put it back up. That's what we call poor placement, folks. It's alright, he wasn't going to do a whole lot anyway. He's really just there for the, for that extra attack speed on the rest of them, which he accomplished that just by going out. But, very humorous. There we go. Alright, so we got actually Sunny Wukong at the top this time, followed by Numera, Ingrid, Born, Neza, then Count Dracula, and its second Ingrid, then Arrogance, Valara, Wrath, Ares, and Big at the moment. That's great. Okay, so this time, yeah, alright. My guys are green, everybody else's guys are blue. Arrogance is moving somewhat into the group of damage dealers, which I'm afraid means we're doing significantly less than we are. We were doing significantly less than we were previously, but that's okay. We don't need to blow it out of the water everything. Wow, really? Okay, Rubian says only you can heal your own heroes. I didn't realize that, or I would have placed things differently. I was hoping that that Midan would be able to clear the detriments off of everyone. If she's not, then that actually diminishes her reason for being there at all. That's a shame. Rubian says, although I heard Elwyn's Wood Elf can. Really? Okay, that's good to know. So we got 500 combat merit, 85 supplies, and 30,000 gold for that. The purification score is significantly diminished at 809, and the total damage is only 404,784,000. What a shame. Okay, so looks like whoever this person is did the most at 281,372,000. Sun Wukong, Numera, Ingrid, Born, and Chan was his group. Next was this one, with Neza at the top, followed by Ingrid. Then I think that might be Valara or something. Don't know this guy at all. Looks like a vampire. No clue who he is. And then the girl at the bottom, whoever she is. Excellent. My group, of course, Arrogance is at the top, followed by weirdly Wrath. Actually, it makes sense because the rest of my guys weren't really there to do damage. They were just there to, actually, none of my guys were honestly there to do damage. They were all just there to throw on detriments and clear detriments. Dobby9909 says, hey, if you need help with a run, I can hop in if you like. Nice, that's very cool. Um, you're welcome to join me. Just tell me your name, I'll friend you and all that. Okay, so we did A-okay on that, I think. Even though it was not nearly as good as our previous attempt to, still perfectly fine. We got another new quest done. So, challenge Lord of Desolation Phineas 2 times. Got that. Claim our 1500 combat merit there. Dobby, this is my name in game. Pro, easier to copy. I see. And we got spin morale by 200 a day for 300 supplies. Yes, unfortunately, my text bit is on the other screen, but maybe I can get to it on this one real quick to be able to copy that. Possibly. It's a solid movie. It'll take me a second to get there. You have all of the symbols in your head. Alright, let's pop out of here. And Cotton Palace, participate in beer raid 3 to win trophies and redeem rewards. Yes, wondrous. We ranked 11 in the Vault of the Sands. That's cool. Got a fortune pack on offer and Arena Glory Platinum Bundle. All very well and good. Now, over here, we have, let's do a quick claim and give. Let's add friends and try to put in Dobby. See if that works. It did. Wondrous. Maximum number of friends reached. What a shame. Okay, well, that's okay. We have some who have been offline for a long time. Not of my favorite friends, of course. You guys get special treatment. But among these folks, let's go on down. And we can unfriend old Vixen here. And Mind Goblin. Maybe, you know, Mind Goblin has disappeared. Let's do... Oh, well, that's fine. We're down to 88. That works too. Excellent. Add friends. And then, since you're a stream watcher, I will add you among the favorited friends once I've inclined your name. Alright, Dobby, favorite, recent. I've added you as a friend, and I'm glad to meet you. Oh, well, very good, Dobby, you too. Now, also, Peruvian gives Dobby a sock. Very nice, rooms. Promo code Hold the Line 99. Let's go stick that in real fast. Probably that's here. Go to settings, we go to redeem code, and it looks like it's all lowercase. Hold the line 99. Redemption successful. There were some other ones that I saw Cody had sent me in the mail too. So let's pop over to the mail. Go to recent, and we have a few of the last few days. Now, some of these may work and some of them may work not, because the earliest one is from 3 days ago, which is, and I'm going to write it in chat here, 26 Tia Strike. It's one of them. Then we have Tia March 15. And one more, which is Defense Tia 76. Just like that. All right. So if you haven't claimed those yet, you may want to do that as well. Let's come over here, we'll DM code, and we'll start entering those in and see which ones are available. So we got 26 Tia Stripe. Okay, redemption successful on that one. Tia Large 15. And then Defend Tia. So it looks like all of these are active. 76. Okay. Okay. It looks like Dobby has a few more here. Let's try these out as well. Team code. Tia Push WOR. That one worked. We got all caps. Tia 4. Oops, 4. Great. And then I accidentally got off of it because I'm a silly person. And Tia Stans 54. Looks like all of those went through. That's cool. And I should send those to Cody as well. In fact, I'll do that real fast before I forget. He normally sends me codes. I'll send him some. Ah, but I have all caps on. Cool. So we've got, let's see, it was 20. Wait. First one here given is actually, which one? Something up here in the chat. There it is. Hold the line 99. Alright, so hold the line 99. Right. Tia Push WR. Tia 4 Break. Tia Stands 54. Oh, then there's more. Tia Prep 2026. I may have already gotten that one. I'm not sure. Possibly. And Orange Needs You 42. Ah, Dobby says that Orange Needs You reached its limit, so we won't do that one. So send those, and then we'll see if we've done Tia Prep or not. We may have already. Let's try it. Game code. We got Tia. Whoops. There we go. Maybe. Tia Prep 2026. Redemption limit reached on that one too. Alright. So I'll go do that. Oh. I just don't really like those option screen modes. We're gonna go old school 1990s style. Okay, now friends recent, and let him know that TA Prep 2026 reached its limit. Alright, cool. Better check on Elbow Root over here, which is Marketplace. We'll get these few gray guys here. Did I get my daily thing? I did. I got my daily fish standing guy. Ready? Now let's check on the mailbox. So we should have some CD keys. Definitely do. Alright, so we're going to start with this one here, which is for 100 morale. Next one is for 80 morale. Then we've got another 80 morale. Another 100 morale. And I don't know which of these went with which thing. Another 80. Another 80. And another 100. So we definitely have plenty of morale to keep us going for a whole minute. Okay. Got all that. Hey, let's do this hero's visit before we forget it exists. Alright, it is Kriya. Brennan awaits our aid commander. We have the chance to revive the glory of avian. Will you join me? Brandon's entrusted fang is not only a symbol of avian faith, but also integral to my sacred ritual. Please aid me in locating it. Yeah. She lost her sacred fang. Two of them. She has two sacred fangs. She lost both of them. We have to go to Gear Raid 1 and try to find this for her. So, let's try quick clear twice. See what we get. OJ says, dang, yeah, I know, right? Like, no. You'd think you'd keep better track of your sacred fang. Alright, so we got 1 Prius Fang, 60 Brave Conquest points, 20 Infernal Emblems, 30,750 gold, 2,946 XP potions, and a little bit of gear for that. Now let's do another quick clear just one time and see if we can get that other Sacred Fang. Fortunately, the folks we are fighting just so happen to mostly have... It makes you wonder how many Sacred Fangs she actually lost, because it's like the first 3 mobs we fought, we got 2 of them. So I'm feeling like she lost a lot more than 2. So we got 1 Fierce Fang, 40 Brave Conquest points, 10 Infernal Emblems, 10,250 gold, 1,473 HP potions, and a couple of pieces of gear there. Irivian says, I think Winton is going to make sure we win by giving out more and more morale. I think that's possible. They're giving it a solid chance, anyway, giving us a solid chance. Alright, so we'll submit these 2 things to her. And maybe what the reality is that the fangs are not sacred at all. She's just pulling our leg. This is actually a snipe hunt. She's like, yeah, go get me some sacred fangs. You'll recognize them because they look a lot like snake fangs. Alright, arena permit, times 5, and then 200 stamina for that. Now she says, by a revelation of the crows, Brennan instructs me to travel to Nordshire Cemetery as the southern region. I need your aid and the support of skilled individuals ready for any arising trouble. In exchange for your service, I offer substantial compensation. Alright, so we're going to quick deploy a few people. It's got Cerberus, Dalchan, and Baron in there. Doesn't actually matter because it doesn't take them away from us. It just makes us wait 30 minutes before we can collect our reward. OJ says, oh wait, Bobby says, no, we'll never do that. Only if we pay enough. They're actually really good with the free-to-play thing, I find. I've not spent a penny on the game, and I've found that it's very doable to play the game without it. OJ says, also, we're getting more buffs unlocked every 3 days. Right? And Dobby says, depends on how competitive you want to get. I'm sure that's true. I've been very casual. And in my very casual pace, it's been very doable. It's been fun. So, alright, here we have a message from Cody. And it says, thanks. Yeah, I got them all already. Been busy lately and forgot to send them. Okay, now, let's see. Let's check on the arena. Maybe we have somebody in here to fight. Looks like our current team. I don't even know what this is. I can't see. It's anti-air DPS. Alright, so our current team has 315,937. I feel like our anti-air DPS is pretty weak as usual for me. Peruvian says, oh, sorry for missing your stream yesterday. I was busy dodging tornadoes. Oh man, no bueno. I'm glad that you managed to dodge them. 315. I think this is a weak team. So I don't want to fight anybody too strong with it. So how close did the tornadoes come? We're gonna give Head Honcho a try. He's higher VP than I am, and probably I'm gonna lose, but that's okay. I don't mind losing. It's he's from the Ukraine. He's got a Rokna, I believe her name is, or maybe it's a Rocka. And then Neutral, Lady Mina, Van Helsing, and Lisa. Probably gonna lose this. Let's do it. Gonna auto fight this. What a terrible team, right? Dobby says, for casual, it's nice, just a chill game. I've had a taste of both. At a time where spending a couple $100 a month wasn't enough to stay in top league. Now just chilling like a villain. Eruvian says, one about 20 minutes away, the other about 15. It's not terrible then. Okay, they threw out Eagle over here with limitless shots during the skill effect. Each basic attack fires 3 consecutive shots to one enemy, each dealing 80% damage, lasting for 5 seconds. During the ultimate, the hero's attack range becomes unlimited and our attacks no longer prioritize airborne units. And then they have Nizar next. Nizar has Bloodleader's Revenge. When activated, increases attack by 60% and expands attack range to create Windfire Whirl, lasting for 30 seconds. When the ultimate ends, deals up to 300% AoE damage to a maximum of 10 enemies in range based on the number of weapon switches performed during the ultimate. Here is Lady Mina, who has Eternal Darkness. Continuously inflicts blood sigil and immobilized state on up to 10 targets in range. After casting the ultimate, Lady Mina transforms into Phantom Dracula, dealing 220% AoE piercing physical damage to up to 5 targets one time every 2 seconds. Okay, now I think that's all they currently have. Oh no, yeah, Van Helsing, did I read him? I didn't read him yet, did I? Okay, he has Silver Guillotine. When activated, gains 30% penetration and immediately triggers one talent special attack. The ultimate lasts for 20 seconds, during which the chance for giant axe attacks to detonate mithril shrapnel increases to 80%. Now, what's happened over here, sadly, is all of these folks have just gone on by my guys, and sad day, lost as suspected. So, that was Head Honcho with 334,000, 316? Could be totally wrong there, let's see. 116 PP from the Ukraine. Top damage on the board was Neza with 7,247,490, followed by Idril on their team with 4,878,230, and then Idril on my team with 579,480, and then Yuri at 4,241,320. Not wonderful, but that's okay. So it's a good try. We got 3 arena coins and 20 infernal emblems for that. Okay, now I don't see anybody else that I want to give a shot against there. So let's see. We've got some events to claim rewards in. War of the Fates over here. I don't really know what this... Okay, we're going to click enter here. And it's a league ranking thing. It's about these little, these infernal emblems that we've been getting. So we get 200 stamina where we're at right now. And if we look over here, it'll tell us more. It says, after the event starts, commanders earn league points by participating in the event and can claim personal score rewards. Commanders within the same league compete against each other for ranking rewards. After the event ends, commanders who have earned points can claim the basic league rewards. Members of the league with a higher score total or total score will receive additional champion league rewards. Grouping phase. During the grouping phase, a set number of spots in each league are available for commanders to select. Selection ends once the limit is reached. Commanders who haven't joined the league after the event begins will be randomly assigned to one. Within the first 3 days of the event phase, commanders have only one chance to switch leagues. After switching, your personal score and leaderboard ranking will be cleared, and you will not be able to obtain any previously claimed personal rewards again. Meanwhile, you must also earn the required points in the new league to claim the basic league rewards during the rewards claim phase. To ensure fair competition, if one league reaches its maximum capacity, commanders will temporarily be unable to switch to that league. Switching will reopen once a commander switches from that league to the other one, freeing up a spot. League points cannot be earned during the Great Grouping phase. Event phase. After the event begins, commanders can earn league points by using specified items, participating in the arena, and challenging the guild's Drake's Chasm. Check the event's details for all available point-earning methods. Commanders can claim personal score rewards after earning a certain number of points. These rewards can be claimed during both the event phase and the ranking calculation phase. Each league has its leaderboard, which ranks the top 100 commanders based on the total points earned during the event phase in descending order. When league points are tied, the commander who reaches to that score first will be ranked higher. The leaderboard points are not updated in real time. Commanders who want to see immediate changes can try switching between leaderboard interfaces. The league's total score is the sum of all member scores. The league with the higher total score at the end of the event wins. The league's total scores are updated every 2 to 5 minutes. Commanders can claim ranking rewards and league rewards during the ranking calculation phase. After the event phase ends, there will be a 2 to 3 minute period, for final score tallying to determine the winning league. Every commander who has earned points can claim the basic league rewards. If a commander has switched leagues, they must have earned points in their final league to claim the basic league rewards. Commanders in the winning league who have also earned points can claim additional champion league rewards. Commanders ranked in the top 100 can claim their corresponding ranking rewards. After the ranking calculation phase ends, unclaimed rewards will be distributed via mail. If a commander does not log in to claim rewards within 7 days of the calculation phase, ranking rewards and champion league reward will not be compensated via mail. Only personal score rewards and basic league rewards will be compensated. League points cannot be earned during the ranking calculation phase. Alright, now we know a little bit more about that. We can click earn points and see the different ways. Looks like consume stamina to gain points, you consume gold, consume XP potions, consume developmental items. So that includes all of the insignias, it looks like, legendary extracts, all of the extracts, skill dusts of various kinds, mithril and meteorites, participate in the arena and challenge Drake's Chasm. Okay. So, now we know something about that. Let's go over here to quests. We cleared any stage 5 times today, and so we get 1 stamina potion sample. We participated in the arena 1 time today, and we get quick clear tickets for that, 5 of them. Obtained 1 piece of gear from Gear Raid, and that gives us 5 more quick clear tickets. Obtained a daily chest from Hyperion, that gives us 10,000 gold. Gave friendship points 1 time, giving us 10 friendship points. And we cleared the faction trial on any difficulty level 1 time, which gave us 10,000 gold for that. We haven't done some of this other stuff yet. We could go ahead and perform a summon real quick. Let's do that. Okay, which one do I want to do? I'm pretty far behind on, and by that I mean I've only recently gotten a legendary, that's what I'm trying to say here. And so I feel like this chances up 2 times on the Crazy Invocation of Spirits makes the most sense for me to try right now. So let's toss one at this. And we got Langling, the 2-star healer. Langling is as devout as can be. This healing magic dispels negative effects, keeping allies in the fight. Alright, and for that, we can claim these 2 4-star psychic power shards. Did it. Okay. We also got Maureen back from her journey over here with 30 buttercream mushrooms and 30 jumbo spinach. Let's send her out again. She failed to get us the birchwood sap that we were wanting. Dalby says I'd always summon for banners. Basically the same as the other, just needing higher chance of getting the ones on the banner. So you get twice the chance of getting the slot, the legendary slot to appear with the 2 times banner thing there. And I think I'm missing enough people that it wouldn't hurt to get somebody early on. The other banner, you get 20 times the chances of getting those heroes, but your chance of getting a legendary in general is just the same as usual. So, so it depends on what you're going for. I think, if you're going for somebody specific, then the other banner is better. The special invocation of spirits. But if you're just, again, like since I just recently got the legendary, my pity is far, far away from happening. And the odds of me getting a legendary at all are pretty low. So I just kind of, whenever I don't have very many, summons under my belt, since the last legendary, I'll have to do the 2 times if it's available, just to increase my odds of getting that. Now, if there were a bunch of these guys, of the purple guys that I needed more of, which I just remembered the name of this one here. It's Nazira. So I do actually, I think I need more of Nazira and maybe more of Rocks too. It may be worthwhile if I don't have Cyrene, because I have been using her a little bit. Let me see. Let me see what I have on her right now. Because she can be useful for summoning people quickly. And so I do still use her. I've already got her maxed out at 5 there, so don't really think I need any of the epics that are on that banner. Except possibly Nazira, but since I'm not really using Nazira, I'm not too worried about it. Let's see how long we have left in the evening. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Okay, let's pop back over to Siege of Tia and see what we can do over here. We need to do Sultan's and Ezereth still. Let's see if we can go over to Sultan's. If we can find him on the map here. Okay, he's over here. Hanging out. They're recommending Arrogance. This guy, I cannot think of his name. It's like Abomination, maybe? And then whoever that girl is. She looks familiar. I know that I've seen her a lot. Or I've seen her sometimes, but I can't think of what her name is. Alright. The occupation rewards we get is during the Siege of Tia event, all allied heroes restore 10% max HP after every 10 seconds after deployment. Valkyria says Dowdy, thank you. Arrogance is how many divines do you have? The gold ones. Like 2 or 3 probably? That's my guess. I could go look, but I think it's somewhere in there. Very, very few. Okay. Wonder what this little thing is. Oh, battle report. Interesting. Tile location, the Hellfire Throne. Tile boss. Hold formation, occupy the area step by step. Send report can only be sent by the guild leader when the guild's 7-day activity exceeds 5,000. No idea. I guess that's just saying, hey, go fight this. I don't know. Alright. Let's look at what he does. That's not the right thing. It's this one that I wanted. The Hellfire Throne and Sokolins. Alright, he's ranged, he's magic, he's boss. Hybrid, it says. Monster. Monster skills. We got Flame Forged. The Hellfire Throne Sokolins possesses an infernal shell, granting him immunity to all debuffs. So, debuffs do not work on him. Hellfire's Verdict. The Hellfire Throne Sokolins locks onto 4 heroes with the highest max HP, dealing massive physical damage to them and inflicting 50% vulnerability versus physical damage and vulnerability versus magic damage for 20 seconds. That's crazy. Hellfire's Authority. The Hellfire Throne Sokolins opens a portal. A large number of fire fanatics will appear and approach Sokolins to sacrifice themselves. For every fire fanatic absorbed, Sokolins' defense and magic resistance increase by 5%. Okay, can't get detriments. And he increases his defense and magic resistance for every fire fanatic that appears, or that sacrifices themselves to him, rather, successfully. Flamefall, the Hellfire Throne Sokolins unleashes the power of fire, dealing magic damage to all heroes. He's immune to crowd control effects except slow. As the embodiment of fire, Sokolins can perceive the levels of energy. To him, Ezereth is not a living being, but an existence bordering on a law, an end, far more ancient and frigid than his own sun. Before Ezereth's nature of void, his own flames are but a torch against a black hole. This absolute disparity in strength stirs not resistance, but the instinctual awe and submission of an elemental life form. He believes that only by following this ultimate harbinger of endings can we reach the final truth of existence. Okay. And then we have fire fanatics. Those are the ones who he's going to summon them and sacrifice themselves to them if they reach him. It has common armor, melee, and physical. Its HP is okay. It's about halfway. Defense is a little bit lower, and magic resistance is a little bit lower than half. Controlled by the Hellfire Emperor's flame crux, it has consumed an excessive amount of the Hellfire Emperor's flame and quickly becomes his servant. So the question is, what can we do to assist the most in this battle? Apparently our buffs won't apply to our teammates, or at least the heals don't, so I'm assuming then that the buffs also don't, which is an issue. We can't put on debuffs because he doesn't get them. You could debuff the Fire Fanatics, potentially. If we were to focus on those, that could be the most helpful thing to do here. Okay, let's go back into that. Recommended B of 900,000. Okay. Let's have a look at things here. I don't think that my guys are going to do a whole lot. Oh, Dobby says the Fire Fanatics are squishy, they die very easily, and Rubian says should be able to use me in this fight if you need. Okay. In that case, what's the best thing to do? If the Fire Fanatics are in fact squishy and they die very easily, as per Dobby's words, then maybe I want to focus on killing those guys, while the rest of the team could focus on hopefully killing the boss, which is probably where they're going to be focused on the team, right? So, what could I do? Maybe just, don't know how many of them there will be, but maybe just, the air defense, whatever they call it here, anti-air, might be a good way to go. And if so, I could go with Soul Wings and do Hot Suit. But wait, okay. What about Cetron? Okay, maybe Cetron Hot Suit. Man, see this is silly because I could do a Nightmare team here possibly with Yuri, Hot Suit, Arrogance, and Wrath with Lord bonus. There's also Ajax. I don't think he has. It's not going to. The detriments won't take effect except on the Fire Fanatics. Dobby says pure single target damage, honestly, so things like chaotic is good. Well, the trouble is that my guys don't really do that much damage compared to my to the other people who will probably be with me. So I feel like it's almost it's just such a minor amount compared to. I could try it, but maybe we do go with Infernal here. Let's see what we have for Infernal. Jeez, not great. Not great. But if we did just single target physical or single target magic, I don't know. I don't really see much advantage there. Okay. What in general do I have? Mood Infernal. Really, that's kind of it. None of the rest of those guys are going to do much. Da Chen obviously isn't doing damage, so she's not. It's the only one really getting to the benefit. We've got the Sulkadins and Setrum in the lower bonus. So maybe I do the night method. Take these guys out. You're gonna be getting hit by stuff periodically. So probably want to keep Dachan in there. Maybe do that. Could try switching. Nah, I think that's fine. It's not gonna be great. Alright. Let's try it. Let's see. Oh, hey, Claude, you're on too. Didn't see you in there last time. Okay, let's start with Dobby, who said he was up for it. Then I know that Gina said he's out of attempts or something like that. We got Gur on Dark, Sir Board. Let's see if Yes wants to come along. We got Shanzi. Eric. Ty the Deceiver. Did I invite Gur on Dark? I'm not sure if I did or not. We'll invite him again just in case. We'll invite Buggy Joy, even though he said he's busy. And, oh, actually, we have all of our people here. So, very good. I don't know what S2 means down here. Is that just part of the window? I'm not sure. Let's go for it. Who should I put out first? Probably Arrogance. I doubt we're going to do wonderfully, but we'll see. Dobby says I'm selfish and just trying to know how to CBA to replace Mudo and stuff. Okay, let's go with Arrogance first, and then Rad, and then Dao Chen, and then Yuri. I think we can fit you down here. On Hot Suit. But, Hot Suit, I suppose, over here. And see how it goes. Oh, those guys come from the bottom. Who knew? Okay, they died quickly, but I don't know if it's because we killed them, or did they sacrifice themselves? Who knows? Hard to say. Okay, so Voltron is topping the damage here. Well, now actually Count Dracula has taken the first place spot. Interestingly. Now, where is Count Dracula? There's someone named Gretchen. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Flames of Hatred. During the ultimate, increases attack by 50% and becomes immune to debuffs. When HP is higher than 30%, causes HP drain equal to 10% of current HP to 0 per second. Each basic attack lands 2 consecutive strikes instead and inflicts burning. That won't apply to Sultans. If a basic attack attacks different targets, reduces attack interval by 20% for 5 seconds. Okay, there's Wrath. Got Nezah. I'm trying to find where Dracula is. It's somewhere in this. You know what? There he is. Alright, I was just realizing he's got to be on the melee section. Alright, so Mind Shackle. Deals 60% damage 5 times per second to one enemy unit in heal range for 15 seconds and inflicts anti-healing for 5 seconds. The anti-healing won't work on him, right? During the ultimate, the hero cannot be healed, suffers HP drain equal to 15% of his current HP per second, and gains 10% damage increase for every 100 bonus attack speed. Soul Siphon stacks cannot be gained during the ultimate, and oral stacks will be consumed when the ultimate ends. So yeah, they definitely the fire fanatics go down very quickly. For some reason, I was thinking they would be air guys. I have no idea why I was thinking that. It definitely didn't say they were. So I'm just silly like that. All right, so we dealt a total of, I guess, 1,698,580. Sorry, 1,698,580,000. With a purification score of 1,698, we got 650 combat merit, 135 supplies, 30,000 XP potions, and 8 clear tickets for that. Come over to the stats. Well, that's my stats. We want to go over on the top stats here, which was Dracula at the top, with 534 million damage, followed by someone I've never seen before. He looks very demon-like at 300. It's like an undead dude, actually. It looks like kind of like a lich king. So we got 387,000, million, 673,000 for that guy, who he would be. Then we have some girl who surely cannot see. She's I don't know, she's wearing her headdress a little bit too big, and it is falling over her eyes. She's okay though. She's fine with that because she's still doing 292,266,000 damage. I feel like she just had to even the playing field a little bit by being blind. Then we've got Stargate at 220,650, 200,650,000. And then yet another person I've never seen before who's apparently a healer. Cool. Oh, let's see. Arubian says Voltron Gretchen. Dobby says Demon Dude is Voltron. I just got a skin on him, and the girl is Gretchen. All right. So Demon Dude is Voltron. The girl whose eyes are covered is Gretchen. I don't know Gretchen. I don't know if I've seen her before or not. All right, then we've got this person here who has Nazah, and Nazah topped the DPS there by a good bit, or the damage at least, at 60,770,200. And then Ingrid was next, 49,371,700. After that, it drops down to the one that I think is like Bala or something like that at 28,114,000. Now, to put that in a little perspective, we do have Arrogance who did decently at 44,531,700. Then it drops down to Yuri at 25,339,300. And then actually Wrath did almost as much as your 20,614,100. Hot Soup did not do very well. Too bad. Okay. Dobby says she's a hero when Gretchen is new. Alright, so we did okay. I think overall, alright. And we've got, I think, another fight to do for this quest completion here, this Sulfden's quest. So let's give it a go. Maybe not yet, though, because maybe I want to go do this arena real quick. I think that's a good idea. We gained 2 of the arena coins while we were gone from defending against other players. So let's refresh. And we do have a couple of people we can try against. We'll go at Saint from Ukraine, who has 301,904 BP. I see right off the bat that he has Nazah. So we've got Nazah, Idril, Ajax, Akira, and that girl who I use sometimes, but I cannot think of her name. She's a healer. Okay, let's auto fight this. See how it goes. It says it's hard, meaning that their team there is actually, their monsters are a little tougher than your team is. Thank you for the follow, Dobby. So let's see what we've got here. Dobby says that was my last morale, though, and it's getting late, so I'll have to head out. I'll have a great rest of your day and see you around. All right, nice meeting you, Dobby. So they've thrown out Idril first, who has limitless shots. During the skill effect, each basic attack fires 3 consecutive shots to one enemy, each dealing 80% damage, lasting for 25 seconds. During the ultimate, the hero's attack range becomes unlimited, and her attacks no longer prioritize airborne units. However, Rachel was not able to kill those flying beasties. The mosquitoes got by. So we defeated Saint. And stats show that, first of all, Saint has 301,104 BP. Top damage on the board was my usual at 599,628. All right. And then we got 3 arena coins, 50 infernal emblems, and 5,000 gold for that fight. Okay, the other one that I'm amenable to trying is Beerman. In fact, I feel like we might have fought Beerman before, and we maybe did pretty well, as I recall. Yes, Beerman from Belarus. That seems very familiar to me. The name, and maybe getting killed by him previously. Let's do it again. So he has 327,150 BP. We shall auto fight him and see how it goes. Alright, so your man is starting out with Nazah. That's a good choice. Nazah has Red Lotus Revenge. When activated, increases attack by 60% and expands attack range to create Windfire Whirl, lasting for 30 seconds. When the ultimate ends, deals up to 300% AoE damage to a maximum of 10 enemies in range, based on the number of weapon switches performed during the ultimate. Okay, one this round, they've got Ethril up there. That's the Limitless Shots person. And then they've thrown out Lady Meaning with Eternal Darkness. Continuously inflicts Blood Sigil and Immobilized Tape on up to 10 targets in range. After casting an ultimate, Lady Mina transforms into Phantom Dracula, dealing 220% AoE piercing physical damage to up to 5 targets one time every 2 seconds. And then they also have Valara, who has Wings of Pegasus. Moves to a selected deployable tile within 4 tiles into current invisibility. Gains bonus attack range, and each attack deals 260% AoE damage to 10 enemy targets. Additionally, her talent inflicts a stronger slow. Alright, so we did beat the beer guy. The beer man, 327,150 BP for him. And that was from Belarus. Stats show that Lady Mina topped the damage at 3,999,890, followed by my Idril at 3,575,070, then Nazah at 2,875,260. After that, we had Yuri at 2,653,540, and then Sardak at 2,313,730. We got 3 arena coins, 50 infernal emblems, and 5,000 HP potions for that. Alright. Now, we also have to come over here because Priya's quest is finished. Let's click Dispatch Completed. And we get 50 diamonds for that. Priya says, your help has brought me closer to Brennan. Thank you, Commander. Brennan's guidance will reunite us again. I'm sure it will. Then, here's Barut. And we'll do smart purchase, and we'll confirm buying these 3 great things here. Okay, we have a good amount of stamina built up over here. So I'm going to go over to the Oracle's Trial, and we're going to go to participate in Gear Raid 3 many times. Go to stage 18, and we're going to max this out. So 29 auto fights on this. That ought to get our progress bar moving on that. We've got Gold Dragon Pass here, daily quests. Spend 50 stamina a day and we get 200 Gold Dragon tokens. Participate in the arena one time gives us 200 more Gold Dragon tokens. And clearing any stage 5 times today gives us another 200 gold dragon tokens, leveling us up to 11. Come over to the level of rewards where we can claim these 5-star psychic power shards. On the elf pass side of things, we have a weekly quest done. It is make 5 purchases from the black market of the Dwarven Association for 150 elf tokens, which levels us up to 41 on that pass. Okay, we claim these. It is 20 gleaming meteorites and 1 dark ball gem. Now, let's look at the Odyssey and see how far we've gotten there. We're a little over halfway done with the step of the Odyssey, which is obtaining 2 million XP. So we've got 1,119,000 at the moment. Not too shabby. Moving along in the right direction. Over on the events, we can claim something in the War of Fates. Let's see what it is. It is 5 Spellbound Horror Shards, which is something new. Used to assemble Spellbound Horror Torador. Requires a sufficient amount of Spellbound Horror Shards to use. Now, I don't know Spellbound Horror Torador. But what I do know is that Torador is I think a nightmare guy. I feel like he is maybe the only defender for Nightmare, possibly. Something like that. Or maybe he's a lord or something. There was some reason that I have Torador kind of bookmarked in my mind. Irvin says collect that legendary skill crystal back in Odyssey. Did not notice it. Let's go back. Odyssey. Yes, very good. Legendary skill crystal. Good eye, Arubian. Torador is a lord, says Arubian. Okay, that makes sense. See, in the Nightmare faction, because I feel like maybe there's a Nightmare faction guy, and I knew he had some meaning to him in my mind. And him being a lord would be a very good reason for that in the Nightmare faction, because it would mean that I could use him instead of Wrath, at least sometimes. Don't know. Legendary skill crystal there. Let's go and have a look. Let's go to heroes. I'm just going to click on him so I can go to the banner and then check. Is this him? This is him. Excellent. Deploy Torador as Lord to activate. Increases faction team members at basic attributes by 15% as opposed to the 10% we're getting right now. And then the boost to the attack speed is the same. And also they get their healing reduced. For Wrath, they get their healing reduced by 20%. So this is a little bit better for Torador. It's only 15% healing reduction for them. Faction team members' basic attack has a 30% chance of landing an extra hit. That's actually really good. So that'll be a very good boost if we can get Torador. Now, I don't know if this special kind of Torador is just a skin or if it's the actual guy. Regardless, it would probably be good to have. Let's see quests over here. Spend 100 stamina today gets us 1 stamina potion sample, and we can claim the box at the top over here for 40 diamonds. Now, let's see. What else we got going on? I could try another of these Siege fights, potentially. We were doing Sulkans, I believe, and just trying to hit him with things. You know, hit him with a stick. Let's see here. Let's go to fight on him again. And see if anybody's up for doing halfway decent, but not very good at Sulkans. Genus said he was out on stuff. So, a lot of our folks seem to be in a similar situation, perhaps. Let's invite Sir Board, Lure von Dart. Let's do Cease Brothers. Actually, I'm just going to invite all the people. How about that? Look at Joa. There's Quad, Nematode, Grayscale, Eric, VS, and Oil. Don't know. Got them all. Okay, everybody's ready except for Grayscale. So, see how it goes. Looks like it's going to be a tough one. Irvin says, am I in the assist? It didn't show you on that page. but perhaps it would have in the, what was it, Memoria section? Possibly. Okay, looks like neither of them are ready yet. They made some changes, it looks like. Now, I could have made some changes too. I know that Hot Suit did not do particularly well last time. Probably I should have put Dao Chan into DPS mode for that. And let's go start matching and see how it goes. It's going to be a tough one, I think. Our team isn't as high as is recommended, I don't think. So it's going to be a little harder for us to do some damage. But that's right. Okay, let us start with not him. Let us start with arrogance. Only they put their person exactly where I was putting mine. It's all right. It's okay. It's fine. Put our guy over here. Let's take the right-hand side. All right, hot suit. Let's put out Dao Chan over here, I suppose. And put her into DPS mode. Then we can throw Wrath down somewhere. If I can click the buttons properly, it'll help. Wrath has a little self-heal, so that should be fine. And then Miri can go back here. I'll have to do some switching between DPS mode and healer mode, but that should be fine. See how the overall statistics run. Well, it's a bad sign that arrogance is at the top. That's alright. Doing fine. So we got arrogance, Ingrid, Neza, Ezreth, Uritan. I've never heard of Uritan. Is that this guy? Okay, that's Ezreth. He's a dragon? Who knew? Who knew? There's Ingrid. Draylin is good. I used Draylin in the Count Dracula stuff. Okay, here's Uritan. We'll come back to him in a second. Gotta do a little healing. Alright. Uritan has Obliterating Blast. It says attacks up to 10 enemies in a large range ahead, dealing 500% AoE damage and inflicting stun. When Potent Surge maxes out, attacks up to 10 enemies in a large range ahead, dealing 1200% AoE damage and inflicting stun. I wonder what else he does. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, that's Leia. That's Finny. Let's see if I can find anybody else in here. Here's Lord Phineas. He has Devil's Den. Increases attack by 50% and doubles the effect of Viscount's Flame, gained by increasing attack range. Upon activation, deals 600% burst damage one time to one target in range, then changes to ranged attack. Not sure what else. Alright, so we completed that. We got 292,752,000 damage. Purification score of 292. Well, you know, that's alright. Got 250 combat merits and 25 supplies for that. Stats. Let's look at them. Topping it was this fellow, which is me, I think. That's interesting. I am that person with the ship. Good to know. All right. Arrogance is at the top with 48,465,600, followed by Yuri at 25,159,600. And then Hatsude at 22,249,100. Feel like that could definitely be a little bit better, but that's okay. Next was this person here with Ingrid at the top, 44,191,000. That's on par with Arrogance. So Ingrid and Arrogance did approximately the same amount of damage. Of course, Arrogance had the boost from the Lord. I don't know if Ingrid did or not, because I don't know if any of these guys are lords or who they are. Like guy number 2 on here, he's got an interesting look to him. No idea who he is. Looks like he did about the same amount of damage as like the Jury and Hot Suit Fleet. So him and Ezra were around the same area between the two of them. Then they used Vlad down here, and then Drogon as the healer, essentially, healer defender. Draylen actually does very well, or did in the Dracula thing at the very least. Alright, so we got that 20 suns descend to come more technology. Okay, and our rankings have gone up in Forgotten Palace up to 28, looks like. And we've got this quest to complete. Challenge the Hellfire Throne Soul Please 2 times. Let's get it. We got 1500 combat merit for that. We have not challenged Ezrath 5 times because you can't actually challenge Ezrath, I don't believe. I think he's still locked down here behind, no, hold on. Is this is the World Eater. Okay, hold on. So we have gotten down to him. It's interesting. Alright, so we could do it. We need to do it 5 times in order to get the reward here. Now, just as a refresher, let's head back over to the shop and look at all the different things that are available. So, we've got these things that are special. So we've got a chat bubble. Looks like this. For 200, we've got a medal. And that'll just go in your Hall of Honor to get that. Looks like we would have to occupy the World Eater to open up some of these things. Not sure what they are. Let's see, the Siege of Tia Hero Pact. Get 1 random hero from the following. You got Araka, Ajax, King Hearts, Leia, Morrigan, Torador, Twin Fiend, Venoma. I actually don't have... Okay, so the only ones out of that group that I have is Ajax, Leia, Morrigan, and I think Venoma. I think that's right. And then for these legendary heroes, we've got... okay, those are the lords. These are the regulars. Ireless, Aelin, Elwyn, Eris, Beatrix, Beelzebub, Brokir, Draylen, Born, Hotsuit, Hex, Raisin, Rune Hollow, Rosalia, Melvira, Nizah, Marissa, Nyx, Numera, Kaelin, Twyla, Valkyra, Valise, Lierna, Silas, Knight Arlott, Yuri, and Zeris. So, cool. It's a neat one there. That costs 15,000 for that. And then the variant gem, a gem carrying the mutated magic of the Enchantress, can add a variant attribute to ancient mythic gear. That's interesting. That costs 7,000. Then we have the... Oh, I clicked the wrong button there. Let's go back to the shop. So then we have the Siege of Tia Ancient Gear Choice Chest. Choose 1 piece of ancient gear from the following sets: Warlord or Immortal Warlord for 7,000. And then Siege of Tia Ancient Gear Choice Chest, where you can choose 1 piece of ancient gear from Infernal Roar or Soulbound Arcana. You have to occupy the Lord of Desolation for that. The Hellfire Throne was for the last one. Siege of Tia, random gear chest. Get 1 random piece of gear from the following sets: Warlord or Immortal Warrior. And that is 1,500 for that. Occupy Hex's Blessing. Get 1 random piece of gear from the following sets: Infernal Roar or Soulbound Arcana. Then there are Rare Summoning Crystals, Ancient Summoning Crystals, Legendary Summoning Crystals, Legendary Skill Crystals, and Diamonds to choose from among the special things. In the normal stuff, you got Stamina, you got Psychic Shard things to eat, Psychic Powers, Sanguine Fabric, Sanguine Scales, Smoldering Scales, Titan Meteorites, Wisdom, Meteorites, Augmentation Gems. What's this? Occupy 175 tiles, and you can get Advanced Augmentation Gems, 200 lets you get Cure Recasting Hammers, Defining Crystal, Hero XP Potions, Gold, Mithril, hero XP, potions, and more gold for different amounts of tiles that you occupy. We currently occupy 169 tiles. So, cool. Those are the things that we can get. Alright, very cool. Now, I am going to have to go and eat something, for I have not eaten yet today, and it feels like probably about time to do so. So, it was a pleasure streaming with all of Lootland as usual. Enjoyed chatting with everyone. Hopefully I will be back on. I'll definitely be back on later today at some point, either probably in this game somewhat, and hopefully also in Everquest Legends. We will see. But I definitely need to get some food. So if you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see the next time that I go live. For now, I'm going to take off and hope everybody has a good time while I'm gone. See you all later.